If you have a fourth line in your profile, whether you are a 1-4, 2-4, 4-1, or a 4-6, this episode is for you and how to use more of your profile, your personality in your marketing to make marketing hella easier. That's what we all want. We want our marketing to not be such a pain in the butt. Fourth lines, and I have to share this with you because I'm also a 4-6. Fourth lines are here to connect from a deep heart-led space. It is value-driven. It is the vibe that you give people. It is how they feel like they belong in your world. They come into your world and they're like, "Oh, I finally found my people. I finally found someone that gets me." That is the feeling that you are going for with your marketing. And in this episode, I'm going to show you and talk about how we can do that. Hey, I am Rachael, if we haven't met, and I teach soul-led entrepreneurs the art and energy of messaging that sells through human design. And inside my signature program, The Club, we use our human design and AI to write messaging and attract clients, grow our businesses, and really just create a business that is unique as to us and grows and thrives. Because that's the whole point of a business. Your business isn't growing and thriving. You have a hobby. That aside, let's get into the episode. Let's talk about this fourth line, the connector. Maybe you've heard that fourth lines are supposed to be the networkers. They're the ones that their opportunities come through connecting with others. And as a 4-6, I can say that yes and no, that has been my experience. One, yes, I feel like when I am in alignment, when I'm showing up with my truth, my ride or die people find me. Like they are with me through and through. They are like, I am here. Where are we going? And also, it's not necessarily about going and creating a community or going out and networking incessantly. And that's the only way that you're going to grow. I want you to kind of put aside the things that you think you should have to do in human design and make sure that we're first and foremost following strategy and authority. But think about your fourth line in a little bit of a different way when it comes to your content, because it's not just about networking with other people. It's not just about creating a community or connecting other people. Maybe that could be you. I do know some fourth lines that are like, I want to make a community where I'm connecting all the different people with the things that they need. I've had fourth lines come to me for that. And also, I'm a fourth line and I want nothing to do with that, right? So we can't take the human design verbatim. And I want to give you a way of looking at the fourth line that opens it up a little bit more to it's more about the vibe, the values that you're bringing, the resonance, the belonging that you are creating for someone and for your audience so that when they come into your world, they feel like they belong. So we don't want to obviously make everyone feel like they belong. That would defeat the point. But we're creating who you are, really showing up in your authentic self so that when someone comes in, they feel your vibe. They feel what this whole space is about. And they either are like, yes, absolutely, or no, and repel the people. So magnetism with the fourth line, it's the vibes and the value. People don't follow you because you're just posting all the time. They follow you because you say things that have been they've been quietly feeling. You name the experiences they thought were just them. You share kind of the weird quirk that you have, and people are like, oh my God, I have that. I do the same thing. Or your worldview feels familiar. You normalize what you're moving through. You're sharing, hey, this has been a challenge, and maybe you can relate to it too. Your content feels like a conversation, and it's not you just showing up and talking at them. You're actually talking with them, making it conversational. Your energy carries this sense of, me too. Gosh, like you make me feel so safe. Clients tell me this all the time in the club. They're like, God, I finally feel like you get it. You get me. You understand what I'm going through and the challenges that I face and how I just do want to show up myself. And you articulate it better than I do. And That's kind of the point. That's my job, is to help you articulate what it is that you are here to say. But they feel that presence. They feel like they belong when they come inside my community spaces. So you're different, though. I want a distinction between the storytellers and the connectors, because there's pieces that are similar, but they're carry a different energy behind them, a different frequency. The storytellers, the three lines that are like in it, they're getting their hands in the clay, they're making mistakes and sharing all of that evolution along the way, where fourth lines are sharing the pieces that feel like you could totally relate to this. I'm not necessarily going to share a story about how I effed up in a decision or whatever, but I'm going to share a part that would be relatable in my everyday. Like maybe, it's relatable in the pickup line, or relatable in how the dog keeps peeing on the floor, or whatever. It's more in these like little stories that make you feel connected to someone in a heart space, their values. So some of the content that you can play with, some like prompts for a fourth line are, I thought I was the only one. This is like instant belonging. I thought I was the only one. I feel like some of these could be really great as trial reels as well. But does anyone else feel this way? It creates community. Does anyone else feel like, oh my gosh, yeah, me too. Something came up in a conversation today and it made me think, blah. Creates connection. I'm realizing a lot of us are moving through this right now. I'm realizing that a lot of us are all feeling this contraction within the industry. Let's talk about it. And can we talk about how I hate Black Friday? Can we talk about how I feel like buying more programs and more things is not going to solve the problem? Can we talk about this? The overconsumption of Black Friday. I hate it. I hate it. Let's talk about it. Right? It turns into a dialogue, right? Instead of just sharing your story, it's turning into, oh my gosh, I feel that way too. And they want to share their experiences along with you. And that creates a connection with each other. You feel like you're you're similar in one another. So let's talk about some real life examples or ways of looking at each one of these different profiles. The 1-4 is obviously the one line is investigating. So you're standing out. These are the values that I have. And it's very grounded in truth. It's very grounded in your investigating. Like, I've learned so much about this. Like, this is what I stand for. So here's the truth I keep coming back to. I'm not here for XYZ. If you're craving stability in your business, like, this is the place to be. Or if you're craving XYZ, this is the place to be. 1-4s create what feels stable. It's very, because of that one line in the conscious side, you have so much knowledge and you've learned so much in life that you're creating that stable foundation for community. So the 2-4 is using your naturalness. You have this natural genius. So sharing thoughts and ideas and realizations that come to you naturally, keeping your content simple and honest. Don't force things. Just talk about what's really on your heart. Speak to what you've been observing lately and going, I know my 2 lanes, you love to observe, just like watch what other people are doing and then make a comment on it. Like, that's where your content comes from. People hire 2-4s, to be honest, because they make the complex feel human. You're taking these really simple, like, overcomplicated things, making them simple and making people feel like they can connect around it. Your content feels really natural to them. The 4-1, this is more, so we have the 1-4 and then the 4-1. There is a little bit of a difference. They're very similar, but the first number is your conscious one, the one that you feel very connected to. The second number is the one that is unconscious, that you don't always feel connected to. And so for the 4-1, you're probably very social. You want to connect with people and to build communities. And there's this unconscious vibe around really needing to know all the details first before you can take steps forward, right? And it's in that investigating that you're able to connect with other people. So talking about what you believe and why it's different. So you're sharing what you're rooted in, not necessarily what you're experimenting with, right? You're like staking a claim in the ground and saying, this is what can I speak? This is what I stand for. This is what matters to me. That's what you're talking about in your content. four ones, they crave this solidity to life. Your content should feel like a foundation of truth that you build on. This is what I know to be true. And then you're building on that. And people come to you for that solid, I can feel this groundedness in you. And um that's what I need in my own life so that I can build on that. Does that make sense? Like, we're creating a foundation for people with your content, and that and within your communities too. The 4-6 is the role model. So you're sharing reflections and insights, not necessarily the whole story, but like pieces of the story, this important reflection piece of it. You're letting people in on the current phase of your life and shifting and what is becoming newly aware. And you're speaking from observation around, gosh, I've been moving through XYZ and I've noticed this. Some things you could like talk about would be a conversation this week. This week made me realize, or I'm in a season of blank and here's what I'm learning about it. Your magnetism, your gift is in relatability and being wise. So your content feels like this steady evolution. People want to grow with you. They want to feel connected to you. And when you give them that feeling, that vibe of groundedness and like you just come here as yourself, always, anytime you come into my home, my offers, any of it, like I want you to be yourself, full stop. Whatever that looks like for you, I want any space that I'm facilitating or any space that is mine to make people feel like whoever they are is welcome. However they want to show up is welcome, as long as you're polite and considerate of others, right? But your whole self is welcome here. How AI can help is it amplifies this vibe. If you really want to connect with people, helping you be more that conversational, heart-led space, sharing your values. I had a client a few years back that was trying to write about her values, and it came off very like, how in corporate they used to be like, we believe blah, 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 and our values at this company are blah, blah, blah. And it sounded so. AI can help you write your beliefs, your values in a way that people actually connect to and go, yes, this is what I want. This is the feeling that I want. This is what I believe as well, without saying like, these are my values. More in the language that you're using, the stories that you're sharing, that type of stuff. Actual conversations with people. Like, you're not going to have a conversation. So what do you believe? You're not going to do that. So a prompt you could use is I'm profile blah 5 posts, write 5 posts that create instant resonance and belonging, the kind that make my audience feel seen, safe, and part of my world. And you can share like, here's my values, here's what I believe, and have it write a post for you. This can live as like a pinned post on Instagram or even the trial reels. Like I think line 4, when done, like you're using trial reels as a way to go, hey, this is the corner of the internet where blah, blah, blah. This is what we do over here. Come over here if this is how you want to feel too. We have one more profile series in this whole series, and I am really excited for it because it's the 2 lines. These are the natural geniuses, what they bring to the table and how to use it in their content. If this has been delightful, I would love to hear your thoughts on your profile. If you are one for today, using the prompt, what does AI give you? Just share what your experience has been as your profile and start the conversation. Let's do this. Like, bring your wholeness to this space. I want to know what's going on in your world. So share your comments below, and I'll see you in the next episode.